Hello, and welcome to the Day 6 update for our journey to Tier 2 Rathma on the SSF Druid. Um, quick small update before the video. I've added the link to my current armory, or however you want to call it. Um, Thanks to the help of one of our chatters, Oracle, I've managed to set up a way to kind of view in real time our progress. So for anybody who's interested in seeing like the gear or just like having a look at like the stash, whatever we got going, you can always check that link in the description. Alright, with that said, let's hop in. And wow, what a day yesterday was. Somebody snuck peek. They may have seen we have a Manx song going here. Wow, what an amazing day. So we set up a ton of goals for ourselves. And let me just pull up that insane video. It's not as long as some of the longer videos, but wow, is it meaningful in terms of what we got going. So yeah, let me pull it up. And yeah, this is our day 6 recollection of drops and highlights. After that, we'll talk goals for day number 7. We're coming close to the 1 week mark, and what we're looking to do, what are our plans moving forward. So we started the day farming some keys. I promised I'll get like a Druid Torch on day 6. That was my goal. And while farming keys, dropped a pair of Waterwalks, our first Waterwalks. Waterwalks being one of the top tier boots both for Declone and Rathma fight. With a max fire slam, with a max poison slam, max cold slam. All of them are good. So we end up choosing to slam these. They hit 66 gold fine. Not something special, but good enough for a tier 0. Totemic Mask, this is Jalal's. We already dropped an ethereal version of this. Sadly, this one rolled only 1 skill. We tried to slam it. It rolled Cannot Be Frozen, which is technically a good slam. But yeah, sadly it broke. Over here at Ancestral, farming the hate keys, we dropped a rare jewel, which we luckily went back for, and it's a 34 ED, 14 max damage jewel. Absolutely bonkers again. And yeah, all these jewels we've been dropping recently might come together into a merc setup for an Act 1 merc. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Alright, this is us finally cashing in those keys that we were farming. Yeah, we ran 2 keys in a row, and you can kind of see in the timer. Let me try and pull back like the video. Oh wait, one moment. Where is it? Oh, there we go. This should show it. Yeah. Okay. So you can kind of see in the video over here at the top right, it only took us like 3 minutes to clear Ubers, which is such an improvement on like the first time we did it. It took like 20 minutes, half an hour. So I'm really happy with our progress, and you can see the first torch we identified was in fact a Druid Torch. Not only a Druid Torch, an amazingly statted one, 42 vit, 19 all resistances. This is a good enough torch to run tier 2s on. Which is an awesome drop for us. Yeah, I was ecstatic. Everybody was super happy because that basically means we don't have to farm any more torches. The second one, from what I remember, was an Amazon torch. Yeah, 3017 Amazon torch. Doesn't really matter. Went forward to farm some pests from Bale. Dropped a pair of drainers, our first pair of drainers. Drainers being the number 1 gloves for any of the melee druids for Rathma or Declone normally. We're looking for slams like IAS, maybe ED, Deadly Strike. All of them are good. We sadly break them, but you know, getting any of these hits could be massive for us, obviously. So yeah, after farming some keys, some pests, as we promised to do, we finally go to farming that Zara Sanctum that we dropped the day before. On day 5, and Zara Sanctum, we went here to farm charms for the most part because they have increased drop rate of charms. Ours dropped 4% increase rate of charms, if I remember correctly, so the lowest, but still it's a great place to farm the charms you want, skillers, small charms, whatever you need. And yeah, starting at the first portal, we get a Malrune, which is again another step towards An Ohm we could cube up to, so Malrune, very nice and flexible rune, used in a lot of rune words. While fighting Zdazes, which is his name, we drop an Arcan Staff, being the Mang Song, which you may have saw me wearing a moment ago. Now, I wasn't sure if this is like an amazing weapon for us or not. I was just really happy that we even dropped it. Later on, we slammed it for Magic Find. It was a bit later in the stream because I wasn't sure if I want to slam it immediately. All the shadows were trying to convince me to slam it right away, so I was getting a little peer pressured. I wasn't sure if that was the right call at the time. And yeah, we ended up slamming it later for Magic Find. This is mostly, when you play Druid, this is mostly used on Fire Druid, not really on anybody else. But for us, it's like a massive boost to our skills. We managed to put the Beast on our Merc, so we didn't really lose anything. We just gained a bunch of skills from it. So it is really, really nice to makes our teleporting a bit more consistent and fast. So overall, a great find. Yeah, and over here, while going to the third portal, we drop our first Sacred Armor. Now, normally you pray for Ethereals in these kind of situations, but honestly, a Templar's Might on a Summoner is pretty much the best in slot armor. Normally, I think you want either minus requirements or free sockets to lower the requirements. These are normal things you go to. Now, if you were any normal insane person, you would usually identify this and check what it is, but we have a rule: whenever we drop a Sacred Armor, we always identity slam them. It's the only way we know how to go, and you can tell I'm really stressed to do it, but I mean, that's the rule. That's what we always do, and you guys take it by it, even when it's really difficult, you know? And it does end up surviving. We do get a Templar's Might. So it rolls 6-2 level of Might Aura, which is the lowest, but an amazing slam with 3 sockets. And I was so shocked we actually got it, because it means we can basically wear it with 3 Hell Runes, which we'll probably try to set up today. So this all comes in together for that kind of setup for the Act 1 Merc I was talking about. Having the Act 5 Merc is really nice because it gives you Might Aura, but if you can self-wear Templars plus the Beast, you get Fanaticism, you get Might, and you can get the Act 1 Merc to do a ton of damage with Strafe. I thought it was the Vigor Merc that was supposed to be the good one. Apparently it's the Strafe one, so I was also learning some new stuff. And hopefully in day 7, we will already set up an Act 1 Merc to kind of test, see how fast they are, how good they are. Alrighty, so over here in the same map, we get a Vex Rune, and I just want you guys to recollect that we got a Malrune, we got a Mang Song, we got a Sacred Unique, and we got a Vex Rune all in one Zara Sanctum. We didn't get any charms yet, but yeah, all these amazing things dropped in one Zara Sanctum. And that Vex Rune was enough, in fact, for us to make our CTA, and I immediately returned back to build it in this Ethereal Flail. And wow. Finally rolling a CTA, getting 5 to battle orders, which is amazing. Means we basically don't need to reroll this. Good enough for tier 2s. Went back to farm some pests, and when Lister popped up, apparently when he died, he had a skeleton key in his pocket. This is getting kind of ridiculous of a day, because I mean, already just getting the Druid Torch and Mang Song, the Templars would have been insane. We're dropping a skeleton key again, massive boost to our style. We basically only missing the Almanac to have like a full set of those, which is insane on 6 days farming solo. I would never imagine we get that much going, but hey, I mean, you know, you put in the work, you get in the rewards, so it is what it is. Massive style edition. We hopped on Demon Road to farm a little bit more, see if we can get anything good, and we did get another Arachnid Smash. This is our second one. The first one we didn't slam because we were afraid of breaking it, but since now we have 2, I was thinking, okay, let's see what it got, and it had 18 FCR, decided to slam it. It rolled 4 to all attributes, which is an okay slam, nothing major. We decided to slam the old one, and actually did break, so maybe it was good that I didn't slam it before. Later in the same map, we drop a Templar's Coat, that is the Guardian Angel, which is an amazing bossing armor because it gives max to all resistances, to all of the resistances, between 4 to 6. This one rolled 5 to poison, 6 to the rest, and with the right slam, this could be a tier 2 armor for many builds, so an amazing drop for us, definitely great for tier 0 to start farming. The slams you normally want on this is either 2 skills, max gold, max fire, or getting free sockets. All of these are good for us. And yeah, we decide we want to slam it, so I drop a shard in there, and we slam. We get that free sockets again the same day as we got the Freo's Templar. We get another Freo's amazing armor, and yeah, this was absolutely massive. And I think this might be our tier 2 armor for now. Definitely for tier 0. We can get our PL other places, and it saves us from getting like these very difficult slams like max 2 all on our amulet or max 2 all on the belt. So overall, an amazing find, which will open up like flexibility for us on other parts of our gear. Alright, over there in the cows, I think we just wanted to end the day with like a cow map or something. We drop an Istrun, which is really nice. To getting kind of like the Mal the Ist back from that day. And over here, wow, yeah, the amazing moment where we decided to start re-rolling at the end of the day. At the end of each like session of maps, I would go to my gems and I re-roll charms. And yeah, this is finally the last goal we had, hitting that +1 to summoning druid skills. Yeah, absolutely amazing moment. I was so relieved we finally hit it. It took us 6 days overall to hit our first skiller. And what an amazing moment. Honestly, felt so good about this one. Obviously, we need 8 more of those. But, you know, just getting that first one going is already an amazing feeling. And yeah, then we went into another Ancestral. We dropped the Facet. The Facet we were hoping for was poison again to build more towards that rabies option if we do want to go that way. This one was a green facet rolled free to -4 cold. So again, if we ever feel like just swapping to elemental cold, we could do it. But it's not very likely with all the drops we got for Summoner. Later this map, we also got the Drax. It's our first pair of Drax, so it's very nice. Amazing on Mercs. It's also good on some Fizz builds, but generally not too useful for our build anymore. And yeah, this is pretty much the day summed up. So we had 3 goals walking into this day. The first one was to get our torch, our Druid torch. We said we're definitely getting out of this one with a Druid torch, and here you go, we did. Amazing Druid torch. Second goal was to get a skiller, and yep, we covered that one too. And the third goal was completing a CTA, which we have done as well. So all goals covered. And where does that leave us now? Well, right now the goals for day 7 that I'm kind of looking at, the first one is getting a splinter. Obviously, like, we don't have a lot of control over that one. We're just gonna have to grind maps as much as we can to drop our first splinter. If we do drop our first splinter, I might just try and head into Rathma right away, because I want to get like Rathma done, tier 0 Rathma done within a week. I think that would be cool to do. Another kind of like side goal that I'm kind of eyeing right now is maybe doing 1 PES a day. Like, I was thinking that would be kind of like a cool thing to do, just like 1 Annie a day at least. Or like to farm 1 PES. I don't have to actually do the Annie right now. But at least like to have that kind of thing ready. Just so we can farm a few more Annies. I want to get like a bit of a better bossing Annie. Like right now I'm using one with the highest experience. We have one with 16 all res. I think that's the highest one we got. But overall, like I'd much rather have like a 20 res Annie, even if the vit is kind of low on it, just so we can boss, especially Rathma with it. So that's kind of like the goal in terms of analysis, but it's not like an immediate goal. The immediate goal is to just grind maps, get splinters. Right now I have 2 jaws and we have more than 1 torch we can sacrifice very easily. So yeah, just getting splinters, maybe even level up today if our pace goes up enough, and we will try the Act 1 Merc just to see if we can equip them with, you know, we got that Demon Machine, we got a bunch of bolts saved up with like enhanced damage and Deadly Strike. Where's that one with, yeah, we have like enhanced damage, max damage, Deadly Strike, dexterity, knockback, like attack rating. So pretty cool pairs of bolts here. So So we're gonna try and run them with the giant skull that we also got the day before. The giant skull, the demon machine. In terms of armor, I might try purgatory for a little bit with like a bunch of like other stuff we got already, or I make them a fortitude. There is a world where I drop another cham rune or a zod rune and I make them an innocence. I'm kind of like reluctant to do it because you know, I like my weapon crafts. I'm thinking like maybe the weapon crafts are still a play for a tier 2 kill, and I will need a Zod for them, but maybe it's okay. Maybe we got time till that actually happens, so I can use in the meantime a Zod for an innocence. I don't know, we'll see. While already mentioning the weapon crafts, we have spent 50 diamonds to craft a bunch of weapons. These are kind of like our results. Sadly, the results weren't anything crazy. We had like 3 that were slam worthy, but none of them actually hit anything that we were interested in. And generally, we were looking for different stats on different weapons because we could use them for Fury and we could use them also for Maul. So we have a lot of options going our way. I started kind of like pole axes, with battle axes, with champion axes, a bunch of axes. I don't know why I chose that over the others. I mean, I know why, because they were more flexible in terms of what I wanted with brilliant crafts. But you know, there's a lot of potential in these, and yeah, I'm looking forward to hitting a cool weapon craft maybe sometime soon, even if it ends up being that we're doing tier 2 on a summoner eventually. Alright, with that said, we covered everything I wanted to cover. Just to reiterate, goals for day number 7: drop a splinter, grind the maps, maybe hit level 94, and kind of experiment with the Act 1 strafe mark. And yeah, if you want to catch me doing all that, you can just click the link in the description where I shell my Twitch. If you want to check the armory page to check our progression even when I'm not streaming, you can do that too. I'll include that as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for all the support. I appreciate it. And yeah, let's get this grinding going.